Hello, welcome to another Friday Cooking with Nurse Debbie. Today we're going to make something I've never made before. I know we did that on the peach cobbler, so I learned a lot. Today we are making Brian's favorite thing to eat. He loves banana cream pie. And we have so many stories about it that we make a joke out of banana cream pie. So today I am making, they are called mini, no bake banana cream pies. So I need a lot of ingredients. I've gotten graham cracker crumbs. I've gotten banana cream pie pudding, powdered sugar, heavy whipping cream, whipped cream, milk, and that may be it. Bananas, of course, bananas. So we're gonna make that, and we picked something up from Costco today that we haven't seen there before, and I am going to make that as well. We picked up pina colada mix. Now, we are not doing it with alcohol, but the way you make these, it says 1 scoop of the mix, 2 to 3 ounces of water or milk. So I'm going to do milk, and then 6 ounces of ice, and then blend it for 20 to 30 seconds. That is what I'm making today. So I'm going to make those I'm making pina coladas. I'm going to wait till Brian gets home. Brian just left. It is Tuesday when I'm shooting this video. We spend our Tuesdays together. Today, we went to Costco this morning when he woke up after working last night. Went to Costco. Also, before that, we hit Starbucks and we both got a drink. Costco, we got a lot of the stuff we needed for today and some other things as well. Eggs, strawberries, all kinds of stuff. Let me get the Costco receipt. Brian got some steaks. We got some bottles of water. We got flowers for my live tomorrow. Strawberries, we got some jumbo meatballs that look amazing. Brian got his steaks. We got the pina colada mix. It was $13.89 for this big old thing of pina colada mix. So hopefully it'll last me a while. Brian got some Spam, low salt Spam. He likes Spam, not me. Anyway, he got some. It's good for a long time. So he went ahead and picked that up. That's what we got today at Sam's. Then at Stater Brothers, I got the bananas. I got some chocolate milk, my Fairlife. I got some regular milk. I got the whipped cream. I got the heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, graham crackers, the banana cream pie pudding mix. All of that. I'm going to try to figure out how much this recipe cost. I also today picked up some mixing bowls at TJ Maxx. Because after Brian and I did Costco, we came home for a little bit, unloaded our groceries, went to Ross, then first we went to Hobby Lobby, and we got some stuff that I'll be showing you on a Wednesday. We went to Ross. No. We went to Texas Roadhouse and ate dinner. That will be on probably this week's video. I'm not sure. Maybe it's next week's video. And then we went to TJ Maxx and to Five Below. Then we hit Stater Brothers and came home. It is now 6 o'clock at night. This day just flies. Tuesdays fly because Brian and I do not have, it's our only day off during the week together, really, other than Friday. So anyway, I'm going to get this recipe started. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm waiting till my house cools down a little bit. Brian got me a hot chocolate on the way home. So I'm sipping on that while I'm also waiting for the house to cool down. It was set on 74, now it's set on 71. I think it was Annie told me I ought to wear an apron. So I'm wearing an apron today. I did have an apron in my drawer. I just never wear it. All right, we're gonna get going on this. I gotta go find my recipe and set it beside me so I can follow the directions, and I will be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Now, in a mixing bowl, this is one of my new mixing bowls. I just cleaned it. I'm gonna angle down a bit. I do need butter. I had to ask Alexa how much butter I need because these are so hard, like literally so hard to, sorry, let me move this over here. The butter is so hard to do because it doesn't have markings like a normal butter. It does have them, but it's only on one side. So I need 8 tablespoons of butter. So I need to cut this butter in half. So I try to eyeball it and cut the butter in half. All right, then what I do for this butter is I cut it in half. I'm gonna set this one in the mixing bowl. And then I've got to do 8 tablespoons. So I need to scoop the butter down just a hair to line it up with this tablespoon. And then we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is half the butter. All right, so that is 8 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna cut it up and I'm gonna put it in a little bowl, and we've got to microwave that because we need to melt it. So let me see what I wanna melt it in. I'll do one of these little bowls. Poor Brian, he still has to do all his laundry tonight. He forgot to bring it up earlier. I said, why don't you go get it? And I will, I'll do it while you're gone doing your class at work. Our Apple computer, for some reason, this class will not work with the Apple. It only wants an Android, and we don't have an Android computer. So he's got to go to work to do it. Okay. Alexa, how long does it take to melt butter in the microwave?
It takes about 15 to 20 seconds to melt a tablespoon of butter in the microwave on high power. For a half cup like you were asking about earlier, try 45 seconds to a minute, checking every 15 seconds to prevent burning.
Okay, so did y'all hear that? Let me pull up. So sorry. I wish my camera was easier to tilt. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the microwave. We are still keeping stuff in here, even though we have not seen ants since I talked about it a long time ago. For some reason, we still got stuff in the microwave. All right, so I'm gonna do an express cook 1 minute, and then every 15 seconds, I'm gonna check it. My sugar is there. I did this last time, and it really, really worked well. I think actually, yeah. And then what I do is I usually put it out, and then I just take a spoon, and I'm just gonna stir it, because that hot butter melts the other butter. So I just want some good melted butter. Basically, you're making like the graham cracker crust for, you're making the graham cracker crust for the little pies. Now, I'm gonna stick this back in for another maybe 10 or 15 seconds. And I have to tell y'all what happened today. I can't smell. So I was making Brian and I some nachos for like just a little snack around noon, because we were gonna go eat at 3, or maybe it was 1, I don't know. But anyway, we started watching Vegas Low Rollers video on the TV, and all of a sudden, Brian says, I smell something burning, and I'm like, oh, the nachos. Yep, over like almost burnt the nachos. So having no smell is a pain in the butt. Okay, I'm gonna let this butter sit just a second. It is perfect. You can see it perfectly melted. I wanna let that cool a minute. So while I get the other ingredients ready, I'm gonna let that cool. All right, guys, I am back. I need 1.5 cups of the graham cracker crumbs. Brian had to find these for me. I was like looking at them and not seeing them. And Brian's like, baby, they're right there. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, now I see them. Anyway, it's kind of funny. I'm so glad we have each other because when he can't find something, I help him. And when I can't find something, he helps me. All right, so we need 1.5 cups of this graham cracker crumbs. And I'm gonna put this much in and then I'm gonna see. This measuring cup is so hard to see the lines on it. I like my other one, but it's a big one. And the problem with that is it's hard. Yeah, it's just hard. Okay, we're at a cup right now. So I need another 1/2 cup. That might do it. Just a itty bit more. That should do it. Perfect. Okay, so I've got 1.5 cups of the graham cracker crumbs. Before I add the melted butter, I'm gonna add the sugar. Now the sugar, I need just 1/4 cup of sugar. That may be enough. Let's see. Wow, I did great. Okay, and that's my sugar. All right, now, we're gonna add this butter. All right, can y'all see that? Let me see if I can turn that down just a hair more. All right, I got so much mess here. Let me make sure all that butter got in there. I'm gonna set these over here. I'm just gonna use a fork. And we are going to mix this together. And it says mix it till it's well combined. Now, I don't know how it's supposed to look, but it's not as crumbly as I would think it would be. I would think this would be really like gathered together. I almost feel like I didn't use enough butter. Let's see. I don't know if this is gonna press in. I guess we'll see. I've never made my own graham cracker crust. Yeah, and then it says press the mixture into the bottom and up the sides of muffin tins. And I'm hoping I have muffin tins. I've had them forever. I gotta make sure I still have them. Okay, that is well mixed. I do have, let me see if I can find them. I do have some muffin tins that are red and they're silicone, and I'm thinking those might do better than my actual muffin pan. Or maybe not. We'll just use the muffin pan. Let me get the tins, okay? They should be in this cabinet. And I sure am hoping they're here. Because I haven't used them in a while. And Brian, oh, there they are. Oh, I have them. I was going to say, Brian organizes this thing quite a bit. All right. See, I have a bunch. I don't remember how I open them now. Oh, there they go. All right. What color do we want? How about yellow for banana cream pie? I think that would be great. Let's do that. Let's do yellow. I sure hope this mix works. Because I don't know. I may need to add more butter. Does it tell you? Here's sugar. Well, it doesn't say on there to even add butter. I'm making sure these are all properly done. All right. All right, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna go wash my hands again because I'm gonna have to get in this and really do it. All right, guys, I just had to take that apron off. I'm so hot. I just realized I did not put enough butter in. When it says 1 tablespoon, it's supposed to go all the way across. So I put the rest of it in. I have mixed this well, and I had filmed me already putting these in the cups and they wouldn't stick. Now, I am very hopeful these are gonna stick. These look much better now. Let's turn it down and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. All right, this is the mixture now. It looks much better than it did. You can tell my cups, they've already had stuff in them, but I had to empty them out. These are my little yellow ones. I'm using the yellow one since it's banana cream pie. I'm gonna put my spoon in here and I'm gonna dump a heaping mixture in each one of these. I've got plenty of this stuff, so it's gonna be fine. But I wanna go ahead and put it all in, and then I'll form the sides, and then this has to go into the refrigerator for an hour to set up. So since Brian is not here, he's at his class, I'm hoping he is going to take a little while so that I can get these done before he goes to bed and he can try one. Brian usually goes to bed on Tuesday nights at, let me cancel that off, around 9 o'clock. So hopefully I can get these done before 9 o'clock because I would love for him to try them. This is his favorite dessert. Okay, I can add more, but oh my goodness, this is so much better. This is how it's supposed to be. Oh my goodness. These looked horrible earlier. I couldn't get them to go up the sides at all. I am so happy that I redid this because now they look much better. All right, guys, they are all done. I've got all of them in there. They're as good as I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna put these in the fridge for 60 minutes. I will come back in about 30 to 45 minutes and we're gonna mix the stuff that goes inside. I will be back very shortly. All right, guys, I am back. Okay, we're gonna start the pudding because I've got 30 minutes left for those to stay in the fridge. So I wanna get the pudding done because then it goes in the fridge for 5 minutes and then we mix the other stuff. So let me get the milk real quick. I did buy a thing of Altadena whole milk because I think whole milk is better with this. But let me get my directions in a large bowl with the instant pudding mix with the cold milk. So basically you're making, oh no. Oh good, it is instant pudding. I'm like, oh my goodness, did I get regular pudding or instant pudding? It is instant pudding. It says instant pudding and five filling. Scared me for a second. All right, so here, let me bring it down and straighten you. All right, this is the pie filling for the pudding going in. Then we need 2 cups of cold milk, and this is cold milk. Let's see. Let me get my little bowl, and I've got to add 2 cups in here. Brian did make it home, so I need to get this going. I think, a little bit more. I'm telling you, it's so hard to see the measurements on this thing. I'm sorry. 2 cups of milk. I didn't realize I was doing it so high. Okay, 2 cups of milk. Pudding mix with cold milk. Whisk it. So we're gonna get our whisk. We're gonna whisk this until it's well mixed. And then this is gonna go in the fridge for 5 minutes. I don't know how 5 minutes is gonna do it. But we gotta whisk this until it gets thickened. Now pudding will thicken as you mix it when it's instant pudding. So I am just gonna mix and mix and mix. And I'm gonna keep on mixing until it gets really thick. I really don't remember how long it takes to thicken up. This is gonna be so good. I am so excited to try one of these later. Oh, my hand is starting to hurt from this whisking. So let me make sure that I get it good and whisked. I think it is really thickening up. I'm gonna keep going a little bit longer just to make sure it's good and thickened, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge. I will come back and we'll add the next ingredients. All right, I am back. The timer just went off that was done in the refrigerator. So the pudding's been in there long enough, but I have to do this other stuff. So this is going to be 1 cup of heavy whipping cream going in there. I need, I believe, 2 tablespoons. Let me see. 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. So let me get my tablespoon out. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. 1 and 2. And then we need the vanilla, okay? And vanilla, we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Let me get my teaspoon. I have a tablespoon. There's my teaspoon. So we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Get a little touch more. Okay, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. All right, and then we are going to mix this in my mixer. And I rarely use this mixer. I mainly use it for when I make coconut cream pie. But this should form stiff peaks. So it is actually gonna make, kind of like my coconut cream pie. It's gonna make more like a meringue type mixture. Let me make sure, powdered sugar, heavy cream, yeah. And let me pull you over here so you can see what's going on here. It's starting to mix really well. And it's actually looking like it could form peaks pretty soon. Good right there. So let me turn it off. All right. Let me see, let me get a spoon and see if it's going to form my peaks. Oh yeah. You know what? No, I'm going to do it for just a minute more. Get it a little more peaky. I want it just perfect. That is stiff peak. That's perfect. Let me put you back over here. I'm gonna bend you down and I'm gonna get the pudding out. Okay, the pudding is done, and I believe it says to put this into the pudding mixture. Fold half of the whipped cream into the pudding mixture. So let me get it about half. Oh my goodness, guys, it's gonna be so good. I can already tell. Wow. Oh, sorry, let me pull you down a little bit more so you can see it really good. Okay, I do believe that that is about half the mixture. And it says fold it in. It's hard to fold with a spoon. Let me get this one, and we'll fold with this. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. Okay. Wow, this looks amazing. All right, so I'm gonna get this really good and mixed up. And my little pie crusts need to stay in there for, let's see. They need to stay in there for another 15 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this mixture back in the fridge and let it sit there until those are ready, and then we will spoon this mixture into the pie crust. All right, I figure while we're waiting for that to do its thing, that still has 14 minutes to go. So 14 minutes away. I'm gonna cut up this banana. I'm gonna do slices. It does not tell you to put bananas inside each little, I don't know what little thing we're doing, the little pie shells, but I want a banana in each one. I think that's gonna add a little bit of a kick to it, and I think it would be great. So I have this much of the whipped cream stuff left. It says to put that on top after you put this mixture in it, but I'm gonna go ahead and put a banana, and I'm gonna slice this up really nicely, and we are going to put these little banana slices in each one of those little pies, okay? So I am going to, let me put you down. I got my banana on my lemon, what is it called? Whatever this is, cutting board. I am so out of it today. I'm so sorry. I was in the greatest mood. I don't know what happened. All right, let me slice these really thin because I don't want thick bananas in there. I want thin bananas in there. Now it said you needed 2 bananas, but that was just to garnish them. So I'm gonna probably use more than that. But this one banana, my husband is yawning, I apologize. The one banana, I think, might be enough. The way I'm slicing it, we'll see. Okay, and we'll do the rest of this one. And I'm gonna cut the little end off. I don't like the little end, I don't know about you. And then we'll cut all these. And what I'm gonna do is I am gonna put a couple of these, maybe 2 or 3, in each little pie. And then we'll have real bananas in there as well. So when this gets done, should be done now in 12 minutes, I will come back and we will mix these all up and we'll be almost done. All right, guys, I'm back. I had to run. They sent a thing that I had a package. We have an area where you go and you enter a code and you open it and the door opens and you get your package. Wasn't even my dumb package. So I went all the way down there. It's my neighbor's 2 doors down. So I put it in front of their door because they wouldn't have put it in there because they don't have that parcel pending. So they're gonna be expecting it at their door anyway. Okay, it's done. So let me pull these out of the fridge. I'm gonna set this down. I'm gonna take a break to wash my hands because I touched a package. We're gonna set these here and I will lower the camera down so you can watch this. Let me wash my hands real quick. And I'm almost out of kitchen soap. I have another one under the in a little bit. I had enough to get me through that. All right. Why I made these, I have no idea, but we're gonna get it done. All right. So, this is what this looks like. I guess I'm gonna just use my little whisk thing, and we are going to put the mixture, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push some bananas down into it. Okay, we're gonna do 2 per thing, I think. I think that would be really good. Hopefully this is enough stuff. All right, and then we'll do a couple of bananas in here. I'll just keep y'all watching if you don't mind, because I don't want to set this down to turn the camera off. You're just gonna have to keep watching me. Oh, shoot. Well, that made a mess. Well, I'll have to fix that. Let me see if I can scrape. Oh, that looks terrible. I do not like messy cooking. I really, really don't. It makes me a little nuts. So I gotta fix that. All right, let me set this down. I'm gonna fix that and I'll come back. All right, mess cleaned up. All right, let me add the bananas into this one. And then I need just a hair more in that one. And then I'll put a couple of bananas in that one. And then let's keep a filling. I'm gonna go ahead and do a whole row, and then I'll add bananas. This looks so good. I hope it tastes good. I guess Brian will be the judge because he's the one who likes banana cream pie. I don't know. It doesn't say that you need to put them back in the fridge or anything like that. Now, after they sit for a while and we get a couple, I will put the rest of them in the fridge. And I'm sure they'll be better the colder that they get. All right. And I think I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna top each one of these on top of the bananas with a little more mixture because I have more. So I think that would be really smart to do. That's the one I made a mess with. Oh well, and you can hear Brian's laundry going. We had to get his laundry done tonight because he goes to work in the morning and I'm sure he would like to have his clothes done. And it's his bedding too for his truck, so he needed it. You know what, I'm gonna put 3 bananas in these because I have them. Okay. Boy, that trip downstairs really made me hot. I'm getting a little sweaty. I'm glad I don't have that apron on. I had the apron on earlier and it would have made it really hot. All right, let's take a little more and we'll cover these up. All right. I think this is gonna be amazing. I hope it will be. And then all we'll have left is to make the pina coladas, and that will literally take 5 minutes to make those. Those will not take long at all. It's just throwing it in the blender and pushing go. All right, now we'll add the last of these bananas. Like I said, I am doing 3 bananas in these. I think I should have plenty. And one more there. And then we got the last one. This one is really not enough mixture in it, so I'm gonna add extra in that one. Make sure that one's good and full. We'll fill this one up. And of course, I missed again. I gotta clean that little mess up. Some of these are a little fuller than others, but it's fine. This stuff I would think would taste really good. All right, let me add a little more to this one. I want to make sure that they all have plenty of mix on top. I'm gonna add a little more to this one and a little more to this one. All right, so last thing we need to do is we need to top them with this remaining whipped cream that we have. And all we're gonna do is put a dollop on top of each one, if the dollop will come off. Maybe, there it goes. Okay. That. And then it says to put a little banana slice on the top of each one. So I guess we can do that too. I hope these are good. I wanted to do something nice for my husband. So that's why we did these. Well, I probably put too much cream. Well, we're gonna have just enough. All right. And then let me scrape for this last one. All right, there we go. And then all I need to do is cut up this one more banana. And all I'm gonna do is put a nice little slice on each one on the top, and then they will be done. This is a no-bake banana cream pie. I don't know how many banana cream pies are actually baked. I don't know. Okay. That one went a little sideways. Brian, do you want to see these when they're done? They are almost, as soon as I put 5 more bananas, they will be done. Okay. That one. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of impressed with these. I think they look pretty kick booty. All right, there we go. Now I'm gonna take this and get this little dollop off of here because I don't want anything messing them up. All right, guys, they are done. So what do you think? I'm so excited. I don't know how well they're gonna come out of this. I really don't. They might not come out very easily. We shall see, but they are finished. So I am gonna give Brian one to try, and I'll let you know what he thinks. All right, Brian and I just tried them. They are not set up. I'm assuming they need to stay in the fridge overnight and maybe get a little more solid, should I say. The taste is amazing, but they need to harden up some. I don't see anywhere where it says to refrigerate them for like hours. I don't know if I left that off the end of the recipe because I was writing the recipe down. Maybe it did. So I am going to take the rest of these, other than the 2 that Brian and I got, which I'm gonna eat. The taste is amazing. It's just more like pudding instead of more like banana cream pie. So I'm gonna put these in the fridge. Hopefully by the morning they will be better, and I will let you know then about that. I am going to grab the quick stuff for the pina coladas, and I'm gonna make us some pina coladas and see how those are, and that way I can let you know. But these are the banana cream pies. I think they're great. All right, guys, I'll be back. All right, guys, here we go. I'm gonna make the pina coladas. Okay, what it called for was 6 ice cubes. Then it wants 3 ounces of milk. Okay. And then it says add 1 scoop of pina colada mix. So I've got the 1 scoop You can see that, that's the pina colada mix, 1 scoop. All right, we're gonna blend it in my blender, and let me see how long it says to blend it for. Blend 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, which one's blend? Puree smoothie drink. I'm assuming it's this one. It said 20 to 30 seconds. I don't think that was really 20 to 30 seconds. Now, if this consistency is not like I like it, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the, let me see. I think I'm gonna add a little more ice to this. It said 6 big ice cubes, and these are kind of more long, skinny ones. Let me add 3 more. Oh, I'm gonna throw 3 more in, and we'll get it a little more slushy. All right. Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, let's see how it looks. Let me find a glass. It's nice for that. I don't really have a chilled glass to try. All right. Ooh, yummy, yummy. All right. There we go. Let me get a straw real quick. All right, and I will be the judge of a good pina colada. That's it, guys. That's the taste of a good pina colada. Really, really good. All right, I'll come back in a minute and say goodbye. All right, guys, thank you for joining me for this lovely video of little mini banana cream pies, no bake. Hopefully in the morning they will set up more. I'll let you know in the comments, in a pinned comment, how they did. The pina colada is amazing. Brian doesn't really like pina colada, so he said it was okay, but he's not a pina colada guy. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. I'll have another cooking video for you on Friday. Join me on Monday for another vlog video. Not sure where I will be going. I think it's the one next week where I am, see, this one's this one. I think it's the one where I do my hair where I didn't have internet. So that'll be a good one. You will really enjoy that one. And then we'll have a live on Wednesday. So thanks for watching. Please like the video if you can, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next Nurse Debbie.